How about you? I'm Hank. Welcome back to the channel. It's an early start. The sun's just coming up over the trees there. Still got a lot of dew on the grass here. My boots are wet. We got a lot of work to do today, but there's a secret function on my tractor I'm not sure you know about. So I was thinking this morning, I'll show it to you. But I've got to load up some diesel, put it in my truck. We got to take off the pallet forks. I added the white tips. That will scratch off eventually, but it's hard to see the tips. I'll also put my camera up there. It used to be down here. I never did, I mean, I didn't hit it and get it out of the way or like knock it loose or anything like that. But I just think that gives me better visibility. We'll see. If I don't like it up there, I'll move it back down here. And that's when I ended up painting that as well. We're going to use the forks to put the diesel tanks on the back of the truck. Then we're going to swap out the forks, put on the grapple. Then we're going to put on the 6-foot bush hog. And then we're going to do some work down there. But there's a function in the tractor that I want to show you guys about that I see a lot in forums that people are always asking about. Hey, how do I switch this from that and all that stuff? Well, I'm going to show that to you today. Here's the visibility on the new overhead camera. I kind of like that better. We'll see. You can, right there is the tip of the fork. You can see the white tips. We'll see how it works out. That's like playing a game of Tetris. Figured out that I had to, well, I still got some. I could have cleaned that up a little more and pushed that back more, but that's okay. But this is 58 gallon tank. It's got 2 slots in it for your pallet forks, but I had mine on pretty narrow settings and they were too wide to go in there. So I had to put it on these skids here. I might have to figure that out because that's not, but every time I go get fuel, so this is 158 gallons of diesel fuel that I'll be getting. They won't deliver, they deliver a minimum of 250 gallons. So if I get another 100-gallon tank, then I can have someone bring me the fuel instead of me going to go get it. Anyway, let's put the grapple on and let's get down the road. When you hook up your hydraulics to the machine, cut your machine off, relieve all the hydraulic pressure by toggling your joystick back and forth, and then you can hook up your implement a little easier on the front end there. This is not the secret hack, by the way. So then make sure these are clean too. I'm gonna get a rag and clean those off. Also, I color code mine. I've got a yellow zip tie. It used to be red, now pink. Same thing on the grapple end, or the same colors here. And this way I can always know that when I hit the button a certain way, one opens, one closes. And then I just keep a tarp strap here to kind of keep it against the loader frame. Make sure my handles are closed, and there's the tarp strap. I just let it hang loose, you know. Still has the ability to move. And then when I lift it up, I actually look under here. So I lift it all the way to full height, tilt it all the way down, and I look to make sure that the pin is engaged in both the left and right side. That's just a safety thing I do. One thing you don't want is your grapple to fall off. That would be a nightmare. You guys let me know. Was that connected under there? Or secured? Okay, let's get the bush hog put on. And then I'll get down there and I'll show you my secret function. Alrighty. Let's go hook up that bush hog. we are cooking with gas. Let's get down here to the woods. We are down here at the pipeline. And if you remember in a previous video, I was bush hogging down here and I run over a chunk of metal in that area there. I've since cleaned this out. And from here down to, I don't know if you can see it or not, but our property goes down to about the bottom. Anyway, I'm gonna try to clear all this out to make it look like this. And it's gonna be really, really pretty, but I'm gonna work on that. But this was an old shooting house. And I was with my forestry mulcher, and I got into this here in that little section. That was fun. And that's the big piece of metal that I run over with my bush hog. So I'm actually going to take this old shooting house and take it to a trash pile that we have. And then about once a year, we take all the garbage out of the trash pile that we have and put it on a trailer and send it to the landfill when we have enough to actually take to the landfill. So if you see me, I'll be moving it, then I'll get it again. Probably, I've got almost a trailer full now, so probably another couple months. But there's a secret function that I've been noticing a lot of people asking questions about on these tractor groups, right? And so I just want to show y'all what this secret function is and how to get the desired results by using this function. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Before I do, sorry about that, listen. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but that's called harmonic balancing. So see the white post in the field there? There's a natural gas line that runs through here, hence the big easement here. But there's a natural gas pipeline that runs from, I want to say it's Houston, Texas to Fort Myers, Florida, somewhere around in there. But it goes all the way over through there, all the way down through there for many, 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 many miles. But you hear it sounds like a helicopter. Let me see if I can be real quiet again. But what someone told me was that the natural gas travels like a wave, and it's hitting the top of the pipe, bam, 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 and that's what you hear. When the first time I moved out here, I was like, "Oh my goodness, it's going to explode!" Well, it's not going to explode. That's the way the gas travels. So what is this function that I'm talking about? So let's turn the tractor on. We'll turn it on just the accessory mode here. And if I hit the button, the info button, I can see what the temperature of my engine is and the volts and the hours, right? So let me get a little closer here. So right now I'm running 179 degrees. That don't sound right at all. That's got to come down a little bit. Surely it's not 179 degrees. Anyway, once you see this, sometimes you may have it show up in Celsius. So how do you change it from Celsius to Fahrenheit? That's a great question, Hank. I'm glad you asked. Turn your ignition switch on to accessory, right? So that's just the one slot there. One turn. Come over here. This is kind of weird. Take your headlight switch. Put it on bright. All right. See how the bright is illuminated here? All right. Then hit your info button. Hit your info button once, and that brings up your info display. All right. Now what you're going to do is you're going to press and hold your info button for 10 to 15 seconds. And what's going to happen is that's going to change from Fahrenheit to Celsius. I still got my finger on the button. There you go. See how it changed? Then I let off the button. Now my display reads Celsius. So how do I get it back to Fahrenheit? So if you got a tractor and it's on Celsius, turn your switch on to accessories. Turn your headlights on to bright. Press and hold your info button for 10 to 15 seconds. And what's going to happen is it's going to turn from Celsius to, this is real time, to Fahrenheit. There you go. And then let go of the button. Turn your headlights off. turn your switch off. And the next time you crank your tractor up, turn your key on, turn your crank, hit your info button, voila. You've got, yeah, I thought that 179 was kind of jacked up. I guess it was 179 because it was just on the accessory power. But ain't that cool? I mean, because I see that a lot in these groups where they're like, hey, my tractor's showing Celsius. How do I get it on Fahrenheit? And so that's how you do it. So I hope you learned something. What we're going to do is, I hope you don't click off the video, because we're going to take that trash, we're going to grapple it up, and we're going to take it to my pile. All right, let's get started. The bush hog will get that, but the forestry mulcher will just do a better job at it. And it's a little safer. So I'll come back here and get down in here with the forestry mulcher, and it's gonna look awesome. So see how it's nice and clear right there? All that's gonna look like that as well. The deer won't stand a chance, LOL. All right, now we got to take that pile that we got, the old deer stand, take that to our trash pile, and we'll be done for today. I say we'll be done for today. Actually, we got to go get diesel fuel, right? All right, I'm gonna go get some fuel, so you guys don't have to go with me unless you want to. You can live vicariously through me getting some diesel fuel, some off-road diesel fuel. But hey, listen, the next time you read a comment on like a forum or something like that, that says, hey, I got Celsius on my display, how do I get it to Fahrenheit? If you have a TYM tractor, that's the process. So I don't know about other tractors, probably something similar. Most of them are all the same. But anyway, so refer them to this video, and maybe that will help them get the answer from changing it to Celsius to Fahrenheit using the procedure that I showed you in the video. You guys take care. Hey, get to church on Sunday morning, will you? You guys take care. God bless. Watch this video right here. It's pretty awesome.